Let's make a comedy routine. Dear Judge, why were you, Zachariah Kaufman, seen as crazy? Well, you see, when you have unrational ideas that are considerably more reasonable than the alternative, which is where we live, those ideas sound crazy. And if you say it out loud, you yourself are crazy. And I believe that when it comes to rationalizing things, we as humans, we do it out loud. And we do it out loud significantly better than we did if we hadn't. And in that, we've lost the form of pro-word through discussion. Because freedom of speech means discussion to understand, not say whatever the fuck you want. Say whatever the fuck you want. I am currently saying whatever the fuck I want. Thanks for pointing it out. Cheers with my product placement. Angry Orchard, thanks for delicious alcohol. Cheers. My point is still true. Intentions are a motherfucker. Product placement is a lie. And people should get a grips with reality and how we're all being taken over and fucked. As if it was parliamentary times when the British Kingdom ruled, as opposed to America times when we're a melting pot of congregational thought between a multitude of powers throughout the world. And we have an education beyond understanding because we can bring it in from everywhere too, as opposed to standardize it. And yet we do. Standardizing fucking school. What an agenda. What a fucking waste of an agenda. Standardize schools so that we could what? There's no answer to that because schools were segregated before they were standardized. And to me, it's the same word in a different context. Because standardizing schools segregates them through monetary value instead of their race. What an introspective idea. To change the school system to be equally monetarily valued across the board. Why do I have to be drunk and high to get to that kind of conclusion? Who fucking knows? Is it reasonable? Yes. Should all children and not just my children succeed? Yes! No left, no right, no nothing. Children are the future of our today. And if they are given a step forward, our today will be better tomorrow. And in that, it doesn't matter where you come from or what you do, but if you have the equal advantage, you will be better for it. As opposed to standardizing the stereotype system through historical ignorance of racial discrepancies, let alone black slavery, Japanese internment camps, which could even be a safety thing. Imagine Americans in World War II turning on Japanese people. Excuse me. They called it an internment camp. There's a world that exists. As long as they were not being killed, they were kind of being saved to a degree that we don't understand. Imagine being an average American in 1940, looking at your Japanese brethren and being like, are they gonna bomb me? No, we can't do that. Because we don't have perspective. We don't have perspective. I believe I could work alongside any of my Japanese brethren in 1942, but that comes from my 2022 perspective, so I don't have any. What would our demoralized values have done to people in 1942? I bet internment camps would have been the least of their problems. And in that, how dare I justify jail for any human being? Because look what it did to Jewish people and Native Americans. It desolated their existence. The fact that they do is salvation from a God that no one understands, because otherwise they'd be gone. And that's fair. But to say the internment camps in World War II were unjust, and I say that with anger and love and irritation and everything, but to say that they are unjust, I'm not sure anymore. Imagine them living next door to you whenever white supremacists' values were of the cultural era. White people were so on top of the world that they had to intern Japanese people to save them, versus intern Jewish people to experiment on and kill. Having said that, if we were experimenting on and killing the Japanese people at the same time that the Jewish people were also being exterminated, what the actual fuck? I digress. I hope somebody hears this because it's real. And I hope I get to say it again because it's fucking real. It is the difference between understanding and killing in an era of misunderstanding. And that was 60 fucking years ago of our existence. 1/5. We are a nation of ideals from a multitude of different opinions. And as a result, we should have the ability to find reason between the other opinions, because we know how the other ones fail. We know how other governments fail beyond our existence and our scope. And yet we are still a country of idiots when it comes to being run by them. Because it's all a scheme, and I hope somebody fucking hears it. Because it's true. It's a goddamn scheme to make money. And if it isn't, it's all a lie anyways. There's a truth. There is a truth. Here's my positive spin. My religiousness is beyond my understanding, because I don't know which or what religion I believe. But I don't believe in accidents anymore. I've been led to believe that things come to a conclusion because of. And if it's good, it is. And if it's not, it won't be. And in that, it has nothing to do with religion. It doesn't. It has to deal with humans and ideals and the best of intentions. Like Dr. Evil. I can't help it with the lip thing sometimes. Because suddenly I'm Donald Trump mansplaining things. And I hate that orange fuck because he's a bad man. I'll grab her by the pussy too as far as I'm concerned, but I won't be saying that on TV to represent anything incorrectly. How do you go about personifying a emasculated perspective to prove something because the times call for it. No. If we've been led to believe anything spiritually, no matter who you believe, it's about love and forgiveness. And there's a way to be powerful while doing it. And if Bruce Lee taught me anything, if somebody tries to slap me to begin with, I'm going to block their ass. And I will not slap them back versus taking it. Because there's a difference. That is some coded shit that nobody should have to deal with. If you try to slap me at a minimum, I should be fast enough to figure it out and stop you from fucking doing it. And if I don't, shame on me. But if you ever do it again, I'll beat your fucking ass if I could. I don't care who you are. That's the mentality that we should all carry and hold. Protect myself and my family until I'm wronged. And when I'm wronged, I will take it back on your fucking ass. And that is reasonable. I'm so sorry. And our country is poisoned by the unreason because we are takers. We are takers of people. We are not givers of people. We're takers of people. Founded by takers of people. I pray or whatever, bring toast to. We need to get beyond that. Otherwise, we're doomed to repeat it forever and ever and ever and ever and ever and ever and ever and ever. Sorry. Might be a third. Don't be surprised. I don't make this shit up. It's reasonable. I'm done now because I sneezed. Fuck my face, but it's true and reasonable. And I know that much.